When I visited a temple in Kyoto a few years back, the incense burning there lingered for what felt like forever. It was also subtle and clean with no harsh smoke. I came home and tried to recreate that experience with sticks from the shop down the street, and the difference was embarrassing. After years of digging into this, I discovered that if your stick smells harsh or chemical when it burns, the problem is usually gum arabic. It's a cheap binder manufacturers use, and it completely overpowers whatever fragrance was added. That sharp, pungent note you get from budget incense is the gum arabic burning. The other red flag is a charcoal base that burns fast and produces that heavy black smoke that coats everything. A quick way to tell it's charcoal-based is if the stick is uniformly black all the way through. Natural incense shows more color variation with browns and tans. Now let's talk about those long 18-inch sticks. They don't actually last longer. The science behind it is that more mass causes a hotter burn, which results in faster consumption. I've watched 18-inch sticks finish in about an hour, while small 4-inch sticks lasted just as long because they burn cooler. Another thing you need to know is that if you don't store your incense sticks properly, they won't burn and release scent as long as you'd want them to. That is because heat and sunlight evaporate the fragrant oils, and humidity makes incense brittle and hard to keep lit. So if you're somewhere humid, toss a silica packet or a few grains of rice in your container for it to absorb the moisture. Also, avoid plastic since the oils react with it over time. Metal tins or cloth work better. If you store your incense properly, it may even last for years. I've burned 3-year-old pear vanilla wild berry incense sticks that performed fine because they stayed sealed in a cool drawer. For lighting, hold the stick at a slight angle, light the tip, and let the flame burn for a full 5 to 7 seconds. You should see it actually glowing and embering, not just a surface flame. Then, blow it out gently, but don't blow hard or you'll scatter ash everywhere. Also, if your incense keeps dying mid-burn, it's usually one of two things. Either there's a draft you're not noticing, or ash is building up on the tip and suffocating the ember. Tap off excess ash periodically. And if it still won't stay lit, the incense is probably too damp. You need to leave the sticks out in a dry room for some time before burning. You'll know they're ready when the color lightens slightly. Now, for positioning, I actually tested this after seeing the theory online. I did it with 2 identical sticks, the same size and the same weight. One burned upright in a shot glass of rice, while the other burned at the standard angle in a holder. After I lit them at the same time, I noticed the upright stick burned about 3 minutes longer. Here's why. When incense burns vertically, the rising heat moves away from the unburned material. The only trade-off is that upright burning makes the ash fall unpredictably. If you want the middle ground, 45 degrees is the sweet spot. Airflow matters as well. No airflow and smoke builds up, overwhelms your nose, and you stop smelling the actual fragrance. Whereas too much airflow from a fan, an AC vent, or an open window with a breeze makes the incense burn fast and harsh. Instead, what you want is ambient circulation. Slightly open a window, and if the smoke rises straight up before gently dispersing, you've got it right. One more thing worth mentioning is that incense smoke contains particulate matter. Studies have found that it can be higher than cigarette smoke in terms of particle concentration. I'm not telling you to stop burning incense. Just ensure you ventilate the room during and after, especially if you have respiratory issues or young children.